cultural center of Oromo Museum, located in the capital, Addis Ababa, just in front of the National Stadium, shares the history of the Oromo people. The statues in the premises also represent different life stages of the Oromo people. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Explore Ethiopia, a program that introduces Ethiopian culture, history, tradition, and above all, tourism. In today's Explore Ethiopia, we'll tour together and visit the beautiful museum, which is located in the capital, Addis Ababa, Oromo Cultural Center of Oromo Museum. The museum has multi-purposes, and we're going to tour and visit all the nitty-gritty parts of the museum with its economic, political, and social advantage. To find out more, I am your host, Biniam Getana. Do stay tuned on ETV English Explore Ethiopia. Just follow me.
Now we are in the compound of Oromo Cultural Center, you know Oromo is known by the Gada system, socio-political and economic governance system. So we will start from the first Gada age. There is Gada age set or Gada grades, and again there are 5 parties in Gada system. And we'll see some aspects and elements of the Gada in our compound. You know, this center is the best initiative of our government, the Oromia Regional States Initiative, and it is start during or since 2001 and established and inaugurated since 2016. During at that time, it is very important and a very crucial time as a time, and many experts and many leaders are engaged to establish this interesting open-air museum in our capital. So in our center and in our museum, we will find many heritage. We also collect many cultural, historical, art, and natural history heritage that collected from throughout Oromia regional states. And this is also organized. Many, as I said later, many statues and many art products are described on the building, and that is shows and tell us the cultural norms and the values that great and very interesting culture of Oromo. And you know, we Africans, especially the Oromos, are known by the native knowledge. So these are described and showcased on our building.
Interesting. I think it's a very huge one, so that we are going to start, I hope, the first part from here.
Yeah.
As we travel, there are a number of things that we're going to explore.
Yeah, and you know, any objects in our museum has its own implication or symbolic representation. You know, I said we know by very thick and thin cultural aspects, which is known by its symbolically represented in the society. So we will start, as I said later, the Gada age or the Gada stage. Any one or any individual in Oromo has its own duty in Gada system in 8 years. For instance, Louis starts from the first Gada stage, the first Gada year or Gada stage. You know, from 0 to 8 years here, the Oromo cults or in Gada system named as the Dabbale. In the year of Dabbale, you know, this child Dabbale stage from 0 to 8, and you know his physical feature and the appearance looks like this stage. This double stage is a childhood stage in Oromo. It's named as the double. In this stage, this child not allowed to go from his mother. So he have to get full care from his family, from his mother. So he has to feed breast, and he have to have milk, and the general child care will provide for him. He didn't go far away from his family, from the house. So in Oromo, child care, the modern child care was extended or takes place in the Oromo Gada system. So it is the age of care. Next is the Gami stage, and you see his dressing style. He holds stick, and his physical feature is very impressive. That show one child or one person or young from 8 to 16 years. In this age, this child or this young child is allowed to serve and help the family, and he fetch water, looking for cows, and he serves the family by doing very simple jobs in the house. Now his appearance is developed from the double age, and he starts some games like jumping, struggle, and like that. And he drink milk, and he supports his family. This is Gami childhood again, and from 8 years to 16.
So when a certain child come of age, especially at the age of 8, between up to 16, is the time that the son is going to carry out different
activities and responsibilities. Exactly.
So what does Game exactly mean?
Game exactly or literally mean something like the one who become gentle or gentility from the very childhood. That is Game. In Oromo, I faram Game. You know that song.
Yeah.
Like that, he become gentle. Who am I? He asks himself, I can't do anything. I can't do that one. And I am one guy or one person. I am a man. Starts like moral. So that is, I think. That's why you say it, or almost say it, Game. Now he's challenging himself. He holds like stick, and his dressing style is also very active. They become active from the first one, and he is ready to do and to hold any responsibility that given from his family, just by fetching water, doing what he ordered by his family. That is the Game age in Oromo Gada stage. Next I will show the Kusa age. At this stage, just you find very enough use in the Gada. Now it is sometimes it is also called Dragagesa or Kero in different Oromo tribes. So in this stage, as you see, the physical feature of this use, he become very strong. He use, and he hold shield and the spear on his hand. Now he can go far apart from his family or his residence, and he start engaging in the training of the military.
For those people who don't clearly understand Oromifa, what does the word Kero represent?
Kero, it is simply, it means that use.
Okay.
That's very enough use, and who use is known by its own psychological character, and he can do physically he is ready, he's enough just to do some activities in the society. Morally, he is brave, and that is what we say. Kero means that use. He is now become very muscular physical appearance, as you see, and he hold by his hand spear and shield. Now he can hunt and do many exercise or military exercise by going far apart from the family, in the forest, in different fields. And he try and exercise many physical appearance, and he also trains military science, and he keep the society or the peace of the country. And during the Gada Jila or the Gada assembly and the different rituals in Oromo, there is also the responsibilities that he perform in the Oromo society. For instance, just observing the environment during assembly, just securing or ratifying the peace and the security of the general platform during the Gada assembly, and learning the Gada element is, what is the Gada rule and regulation, and what the Oromo culture. He learned many miles as the Game, and he become ready physically and psychologically, and he learned the Gada mystery. You know, Gada is a very big institution of Oromo, and there are many sub-institutions again in Gada system, like Richa, like Sink institution. You can also call again many Gudifacha, Haramahosisu, Mogasa, and the many very untapped institutions in Gada that's created by Oromo. That is the Oromo philosophy. You know, the Gada is very democratic and very inclusive governance system of our society. And now he is learn about Gada and about the Oromo culture, Oromo history, and he also scale up and promotes Oromuma or Oromoness.
By the time they are in this particular age, the Kero, the youth are responsible in understanding the Oromo tradition, culture, history, and all important points that represent the Oromo at large.
Exactly. He do this activity, and the family responsibilities also give for him, and he also do that one. Further, moreover he do this Gada mission. The next Gada stage, which we call the Raba. This stage is very adult age, from 24 to 32 or 32. And in this stage, you know, starting from the Bele, Game, and the Kusa or Kero, they are single.
Oh, they're now married.
They're not married. Now he is come with a couple. In Oromo culture, some youth is allowed to marry from on 25 years. Now there is some obligation, some responsibility which is given for this adult guy or the Raba age. Now he have to marry, and he have to create his own property just to marry, and they have to marry, and he become exercising just to perform his responsibility. Just he's testing by holding his couple or his family. Now he creates a family, establish his own family, and he have to govern, and he have to treat his family, and he also allowed to learn again the rule of law in the Gada system, and the discipline that any individual or any person will have in the Gada system. And again, he very near to Bagadas just to learn the discipline of Gada, the discipline and the norms of the Gadas and the values of Oromo, and he have to shape himself just at that stage. To now, he become to 40 age. At his 40 age, he become to the leader. Or if he perform all responsibility during the past Gada stages, and if he qualified with the Gada qualifications, so he have to now he hold his shield. Now again there is a spear, and his dressing outfit is very different from the others. She has also, you know, you see, she holds chicho with the milk container just to hold the milk. You know, milk is very conducive for human life or as a food, and it is color. His color is very white, and that is symbolized as peace and love in Oromo. So she hold here milk, and they go with him as every activity of the Gada and the societal aspects in Oromo. And he become more matured, and he is now become enough. We are going to the next Gada stage, Dori, Rabadori again, from 32 to 40 years old. Look at his physical feature or physical appearance, completely changed. Now he become very, very enough advanced in age and in every his physical aspects. Now his wife is called her chicho, her sinke. You know, sinke is very respective stick of the Oromo woman. It is symbolized by the equity or the equality of women and the rule of law in the Gada. She hold her sinke, and you know, this in Dori age, he holds the Oromo again. You know, before in the previous one, we find when they hold spear. Yeah. Now he holds the Oromo or Boku. It is it's very respective stick of a Bagada or in Gada, just to teach the rule of law in Gada. And it is symbolized with respect. On this stage, he allowed just to learn about Gada again. In his Gada party, he simply observed the Gada party's assembly. He learned and he evaluates the Gada, the Bagada's strengthness, and their weakness again. Just he is he's ready, and he become enough to govern the country or the society. So he has to evaluate the activity of the Bagadas or the active Bagada, and now he learn many Oromo culture, any general Oromo culture, Oromo norms, values. At this stage, he learns and he evaluates the active Gada or the active party just to hand over the authority of the Gada in the Gada. This is the highest stage. The highest stage to being a Bagada. Yeah. So in this stage, he have to have many property or cows, money, land. He have to exploit many property for himself. In the Gada system, being a Bagada is just being enough in moral, psychological, economical, social, and every societal aspect of Oromo. Yeah, so he have to more enough. He have to help others. He have to help psychologically, morally, economically, socially. So he have to be enough matured by general humanity in the society. That is the duty or the responsibility that give for him in Gada stage. Being a Bagada, it is from 40 to 48, and his physical appearance or physical feature and the dressing outfit of the Bagada and the Hadajila is very impressive, again very graceful. You see, if you see the front outfit of their dressing, she dressed as such outfit. She decorates herself with chachu, and the chachu is, as I said, symbolized with bliss or prosperity. And she hold chicho with milk and hold her sinke or sike.
Yeah.
You know, sike is very, very thin but strong in Oromo culture. So we said sinke is symbolized with peace and the love and the equality of women in the society. Again, the role of women in the Oromo culture and in the Oromo Gada system. So any Gada assembly or any Gada activity is not performed without the engagement of women.
Her
So
role is very important.
her role is very irreplaceable. So they are very graceful. Now they are leader of the country, and they are very rich in each societal and the economic and the political aspect of the society. They are the leaders, and you know, you see the dress of a Bagada again. It's very impressive and very interesting.
It's a bit different from the other.
Exactly, very, very big different from them. And he hold his Oromo or Boku, or the law in Gada, and he hold on his hands alenge, like a stick. Which is done from the hippo's skin. Okay. It's very, just it is the sign or which symbolized with justice of the society.
Okay. For justice.
Yeah, and he also tie the rufa on his head, which shows the Almighty God. And the whole dressing and the cultural dressing and beautification is very different from the past one. So he is active age, and he is this is the age of doing and contribute or give some input in the society, socially, politically, and economically. So this is the age of Bagada. He allowed only to govern the society or the country only for 8 years. After even,
8 years.
However he do good thing for the society, however he transfers the country, however he loved by the society, he cannot allow to lead the society above 8 years. More than that's the norm, safu of Oromo.
Which means enough.
Yeah, enough. Which means it's forbidden.
Okay.
Which is
Forbidden.
taboo.
Okay.
So he looked for that day. A day he transferred his body, his authority, and the Abajilas and the elders and the Abba Yubas are facilitate the day or the day of transferring Bali to the next party. For instance, if our Gada, if our Gada were active nowadays, a party who leads the country is the Melba party. You see, there's dressing, and the Harajila is tie her sapata. Again, she also tie adajele.
Which is I like.
Yeah. By it's done from cotton, like clothes, and they are generally the leader of the country. So if nowadays, if our Gada were too active, the party who governs the country is Melba party. I said there are 5 Gada parties in Gada parties in Oromo Gada system: Melba, Michille, Bifole, Mudana, and Horata are 5 parties are there. Each Oromo tribe and clan engage and participate in this politics of Gada. So by default, I have a representative in Gada with my clan. So now it is a season or a regime of Melba. So if after he leads the country for 8 years, he transfers his Bali to the next party. However, he loved by the people of the society. However, he do very good thing in economy, in the society, and in general aspects of the society. He don't allow to govern more than 8 years. 8 years.
8 years is the maximum.
The maximum year of Abagada. So it is also blamed or claimed as his Gada. For instance, if the regime of or season or the year of the Bagada is very colorful, like if there is some drought, or if there is no drought, if there is full of prosperity, it is very lovable, and it is also narrated in the heart of the society for a long period of time. And for instance, if there is a drought, like sick, famine, like that, there's some tragedy and crimes in the society. Yeah, disasters like the flood. His Gada is it's not good. So they pray God again. Not only leads the society, just the Oromo has its own world view in religion or regarding its religion, which is mythologized, or which is the mythology. The mythology is the believing in the one supreme God on one Waka. From Gada leadership, we learn many elements or many ideas. For instance, the democratic, very outstanding democratic and a very inclusive administration system of Oromo or Africa or Ethiopia. So look, when in the Westerns, we say, transfer her authority or her their to the next party, there is some challenge. Exactly. For instance, you can take the case of America. Now, all the world in America is allow herself as the one who strives for democracy on the world. Sure. If you think or if you observe and see some aspects in now in our leadership, now they start to use the Gada legacy in this modern government system. For instance, His Excellency, our leader, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, starts adding some elements of Gada legacy, the democracy, the love, peace, inclusiveness, women engagement or women participation are scaled up by son of Bagada, His Excellency Dr. Abiy Ahmed.